Good afternoon, Jonas Minardi. The Mass Empowerment Project, September 6th, 2023. We are 2 days after Labor Day, and I wanted to do a video on Labor Day, but Labor Day became what it became, and there were things going on here and things going on there. But the reason why I initially wanted to do a video on Labor Day is because I think it's really important that we recognize the percentage of the population that does the labor that allows the rest of us to enjoy the luxury. And I want you to think about the contribution that those people make. Because I feel like they are highly overlooked. And I think it's the majority of us. I think the majority of us are completely taken for granted. And for our efforts, which most of us, I believe, work our asses off. Most of the people that I know either are currently working their asses off or were previously working their asses off and are now retired and are wondering what the hell happened to the country that they worked their asses off to create. I find that when I talk to people from the boomer generation, I don't get to talk that much to the greatest generation anymore. My grandfather, I used to love talking to him. But most of them know how messed up everything is, but they do not feel at all like there is anything that we can do to change it. I personally am a Gen Xer. And I can't afford to not feel like I can fix it. Because I am too honest with myself to believe that anybody else but me can fix it. There is no hero with a white cape going to swoop in from the sky and save us all. It just ain't going to happen. I understand that that's a beautiful idea that we all have inside of our heads. But it's not realistic. It's disempowered to be looking for somebody else, some other entity, some other thing to save us. We have to save us. We have no choice. It's tough. I understand. Man, I'm working 3 jobs just to make sure that my ends meet every month. And I'm still trying to find the time to talk about these things because I don't want to be working these 3 jobs for the rest of my life just to get by. And I don't think anybody else does. It's funny. I was talking to my father the other day and my mother just today about the state of the world and how messed up and corrupt everything is. And within the conversation, I made the suggestion because once you get to a point where you realize just how evil the power structure is, there comes this point where you feel like, oh, we need to go to war with them. We need to fight them. I made the suggestion to both of them that we don't need to fight anybody. We need to abandon and replace them. We need to ignore them. When they are on our television sets, we need to turn them off. When they are making public addresses, we need to turn them off. When we are dealing with a crisis, we need to deal with it ourselves. We cannot allow ourselves to be ruled by the least of us. And that's what they are. They are the least of us. They are people that possess no real skill, but instead have mastered the art of convincing everybody else that they are essential, and they are not. They are false prophets. They are figures. They are idols. They are positions that have been created by man. None of it has actual, real, tangible power unless we believe it does. You are your own king. You are your own queen. You are your own princes and princesses. You are your own leaders. I only had 6 minutes today. I'm running out of sunlight. I'll be back out here as soon as I can to shoot another video. This is Jonas Minardi, the Mass Empowerment Project. Do you think that maybe we just might be able to stand up and do something instead of just sitting idly by and allowing the people that have fucked up our world to continue fucking it up? I think we can do something about it. themassempowermentproject.com. This brings me to my next subject. Maybe we're going to go overtime today. Whoever's editing this, cut, move on. And move on to what I'm about to say. A whole new video. What is the Mass Empowerment Project all about? The Mass Empowerment Project is an idea that I came up with when I got completely disgusted with the system that we currently live under, and decided that there was no way at all that I could continue to support it, continue to be a part of it, or pretend that things were good when they're not. So in 2016, I felt like it was a beautiful opportunity. We had two people that were equally, universally despised for different reasons by different people running for president of the United States. You had a complete egomaniac who believes that somehow he's the smartest person in the world and he can do anything, Donald Trump, running against a complete sociopath who believed that she had the right to tell everybody else in the world how and who they should be. I felt like it was easy to not vote for either one of these human beings. I guess they call themselves human beings. So I started a campaign in 2016 to get everybody to not vote for anybody. And I think it would be an amazingly powerful statement if in November of 2024, none of us voted for any of them. And where would that leave us then? We do not need these people. These people are literally a hindrance to all of us. They provide nothing of value at all. You could try to justify it and do mental gymnastics however the hell you want, but they provide nothing at all. You, me, the workers, the people that go out to their jobs, pay their bills, and get extorted for their tax money, are the people that provide for everyone. These clowns in Washington, D.C., Tallahassee, Harrisburg, and every other fucking state capital in the country are people that do nothing except convince everybody else that we need them. We do not need them. We need them to vacate the residence. We need them to vacate the residence as quickly as possible so that us, the adults in the room, can get to the task of fixing the mess that they made. Jonas Minardi, the Mass Empowerment Project. That one got me so fired up that I gave myself a dry spot in my throat. They tell us all the time that we cannot work together. Well, they divide us by every way that they can think of dividing us. And tell us that we cannot work together. But I'm here to tell you, if you live in a world where nobody believes that we can work together, your duty in order to change that world is to work together with as many people as you possibly can. You have self-empowerment, which is you standing in your glory as a sentient being, birthed into this existence against your will. Or maybe not against your will, but you had nothing to do with mommy and daddy doing what they were doing that made you pop into this existence. And you were thrust into this existence under their rules, their script. And once you recognize that the script is garbage, it's up to you to take the pen. Jonas Minardi, the Mass Empowerment Project, I love you all. I believe in us. I believe that if we truly, truly challenge ourselves, we can find out that we are all friends.